The Lamplighter Inn in West Charlotte are being told they have to move out, even though some of them have already paid this month's rent.
Those that call the inn home say they have nowhere affordable to go. WBTV cameras today captured the substandard living conditions that some tenants there have been facing. Now WBTV's Claire Kopsky is digging deeper into the property and what's next for these residents.
Many residents here tell me a transitional housing organization set them up here at the Lamplighter Inn, a decision to move their families that several tell me they wish they never agreed to.
I'm tired of going to sleep crying every night and worrying about the next meal, or if we're gonna miss out on water, or if we're gonna have lights.
This 29-year-old mother says she's staying strong for her daughter.
It's a bad living situation. It's really bad.
She moved into the Lamplighter Inn earlier this year after being homeless.
We're doing the best that we can to keep the water from leaking everywhere.
Dirty water, she says, is coming from her AC unit.
We have roaches, outstanding roaches, because of the sewage and the water issue. All types of rodents. Now we have rats coming around.
Archie Hoskins says he hasn't been able to take a shower in his unit for months.
You got feces coming up through here. Up through the tub and in the floor.
Despite the conditions, he says he's paid his rent. But like all the other residents, has been told he has to move out.
And you're gonna tell us to get out? Where are we going? I done paid you for the month.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
We reached out to the owner of the Lamplighter Inn and the nonprofit who set up the lease to ask why these residents are being told to leave. But every number listed for them leads to a dead end. The city of Charlotte says the owner of the Lamplighter Inn has confirmed intent to close the facility, which would require all residents to leave. In response, Crisis Assistance Ministry was activated to help with this, quote, mass displacement event, and say they're offering legal aid, rehousing assistance, and other supportive services that they say takes time.
We're just crying out for help. We're not leaving.
Don't want to leave because they say they just can't afford to go.
You have to have money to afford somewhere else to live. We need lots of help. Hopefully organizations can come together and hopefully help us, but we know the story has to get out there.
Residents tell me the last few weeks utilities have been unreliable. Just this morning, the water was shut off when we got here. Throughout the afternoon, Charlotte Water did restore that utility, but residents say they fear what tomorrow will bring. In Charlotte, I'm Claire Kopsky, WBTV, on your side.